Hey, welcome back to 5 Minute Computer Science. My name is Mr. K, and today's episode is all about trees. Now, you might be wondering, hey, what's a tree got to do with computer science? Well, you'd be wrong, because trees are a very important data structure, and we're going to be looking at how to traverse a tree. How do we do pre-order traversal, in-order traversal, and you got it, post-order traversal. So let's put 5 minutes on the clock, and let's make it happen. Well, there are lots of different ways, but these are the three I'd like you to remember: pre-order, in-order, and post-order. And here's a tree structure. Okay, it's currently unordered, but we're going to be searching it using these three types of search and be able to then produce an output list. Before I do that, a little shout out to my girls at AA who do computer science. Alright, I said I'd mention them, and here I am, especially Amy and Nina and Maya. Here we have a pre-order traversal, and we're going to carry out that traversal using a very simple method. You visit the root node first, you traverse the left hand, and then you traverse the right hand. Okay, they're the basic rules of traversing using pre-order. However, you can read the rest of this if you want to understand how I'm about to do this next example. First, start by simply placing dots. If you're not reading it, draw an outline around the outside of the tree. At each node, draw a dot or a circle on the left side of each node. So what happens is you can start by just simply drawing a little circle, or make a block. So draw some circles on the left side of the names of each of these people, or whatever item you have in your tree. And this is called a pre-order. So for pre-order, you always start on the left. Okay. So each of these now have got a dot, and all you do is you draw an outline, and if you go through any of the actual dots, then that becomes your output order. So all I'm doing is I'm drawing an outline, and I'm going all the way around, and I'm looking at what order am I passing the circles. Okay, I must go through the circles in order for me to output the results. So I'm just going to go all the way around here, and I've passed through that circle, I've passed through this circle, I'm just going to go all the way around here, I've passed through that circle there, all the way around, and then back to the top. Now when it comes to output order, I need to see what order did I visit these people. Well, first I started here and I went to the left and I visited Lucy, so put Lucy in there. Then Emily, then Brittany, so Emily comes next. Then Brittany, and then the circle of Amy was passed. Okay, so Amy comes next. And then down the side here, we crossed Kaylee. And then we went back all the way up to the root node here, and then down the right side, which was Ellie, Bethany, and then Nina. So we went through Ellie first. Okay. And then we went past Bethany, and then Nina. Beth, and then Nina, and then that becomes our output order. Now, apologies for my terrible handwriting, but Lucy, Emily, Bethany, Amy, Kaylee, Ellie, Beth, and Nina is the order of doing a pre-order traversal. Here's a better example. Okay, exactly the same thing. I have a dot at the end of each of the people, and as the line goes through it, you just pass through each dot, and at each point, as you pass through the dot, you output the names. And that's called a pre-order traversal. Alright, so let's have a look at in-order traversal this time. So the same graph, I've just colored it differently so you can tell that it's a slightly different looking graph. Okay, so in this instance, I'm going to draw a circle at the bottom of each of the nodes I have here, rather than the left hand side, which we did earlier. Okay. And I'm going to draw a line
And as I'm drawing that line, I am going to see which dot do I pass first. Now, last time you remember that there was a dot here, so the output order was Lucy first, and then we went through Emily. But in this case, you'll notice that Lucy's dot's underneath her name, and so we can't output that currently. So first we're going to go past Emily, and there's no more dots so far. Then Amy, and then Bethany, and then Kaylee. So I can start to see already that the output is going to be a bit different. And then Lucy, and then all the way around, Bethany, Ellie, and finally Nina on our way back out here. And we've finished. And so this time the output is going to be different. And you can see here we visited Emily first, then Amy, then Brittany, Kaylee, followed by Lucy, Brittany, Ellie, and Nina. And that's because this line went under the names, and therefore at any point under the names that we went, okay, all the way around, we kept going until we eventually traversed the entire tree. And that is called in-order traversal. Now I'm going to show you how to do post-order traversal. So let's have a look at post-order traversal, which is also known as depth first. So in post-order traversal, you traverse left, then right, and then you visit the root node. Or even easier is to put circles on the right-hand side of each of the nodes that you have in your tree. So in the earlier videos, or in the earlier examples, we have a tree and in order, we had the dots on the left side and below, but in post order, you move them to the right. And just like last time, only when you go through a circle do you output the order. So in this instance, so far I've not got anything, and now I've gone via Amy. Okay, so Amy is down here as my first list, and then I've gone past Kaylee, so Kaylee's my next one. I've then gone through Bethany, Brittany even, and then Emily, so Brittany and Emily appear here. Then I've gone past Lucy, but I haven't actually done the dot, so I can't output it at the moment. I then go past Bethany, then Nina, and then Ellie. So Bethany, Nina, and Ellie, and finally all the way around, I go through that circle where Lucy is, and therefore Lucy gets outputted here. And that's all a depth first traversal is. It's dead easy. Okay, give you a slightly nicer graphic to look at. But depth first traversal, you simply draw the dots on the right hand side, go all the way around until you get to the end. I'm going to leave you with this, the specification content. Thank you for watching 5 Minute Computer Science. I know this has been an extended version, but hey, that's just the way life is.